Virgo, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is doing well. Let's see what you have going on. Keep in mind, you can have Virgo in any of your placements. If you don't know all your placements, you can Google your birth date. Type in your birth date, and at the end of that, put horoscope. There should be a website that pulls up that will tell you all your placements. Your sun, moon, Venus, Mars, Uranus. Okay, so it can be any of your placements. I think people forget that when it comes to tarot, it is energy. So when you're watching, you can listen to any of the readings from anybody with any of your placements. I do it all the time. I get a ton of information. I can't stress it enough. People just focus on their sun sign, and then they get frustrated because they feel like they're not hearing readers read about any of their situations. So you've got to check all your placements. And as I've said before, some stories, readers will start off with one sign, and as they continue to go through the other signs that they read for, sometimes the story continues. You'll get the energy, your energy. You will find out about your person's energy, or, whoever's in your direct, area of the reading. Okay. Spirits, angels, ancestor guides, tell us about Virgo. What do we need to know about Virgo? What does Virgo need to know? A time for healing. So something's happened in your life that's causing you to take a pause and heal. The soulmate moon. Let's look this up for you. Okay. Okay, so Virgo, it is possibly time for you to let go of the past. Something in your past has caused a bit of a shakeup for you, that's causing you to have to take time out to heal. It could also mean you need a little more time to heal. It can also mean you were about to turn a corner. Okay, so let's see if we can dig in and get more on this for you. right, Spirit, tell us about Virgo and this time for healing. What is the situation here for Virgo? Recalling happiness. So possibly something's about to turn the corner for you. Frustration? You feeling locked up, frustrated, locked up from happiness? Frustrated because you were ready for happiness? Have you completed a lesson? Completed a lesson with a divine feminine? Or could be a masculine in their feminine energy. Uh-oh, drama queen. We've got some chaos going on. Who's watching who? Somebody's watching somebody. Virgo, is that you? Or is somebody watching you? Uh-oh, there's chaos because of love. All right, so obviously somebody wants to take a risk on love. Is that what is about to turn the corner here, Virgo? Nothing wrong with that. Dealing with somebody who's now available. Maybe in the past they were not available before. Maybe this person was married. All right. Oh. Look what flew out. So somebody was married and they are now finally divorced. Single and available. But possibly still healing from that. What else do we have here, Spirit? Oh. Ascension. Is that you, Virgo? Are you ascending? Or somebody you're dealing with that's ascending? Do we have anything else? Oh. Pop up. I view this card in two ways. Either somebody wants to have a surprise visit. They're ready to pop up on somebody and visit somebody. Or I'm also viewing this as because the divorce is now final, there is an awakening. Somebody's ascending. It may not have been the best marriage, or and it doesn't have to be marriage. It can also mean a high level commitment that ended, and whatever that commitment was, it may have not been the healthiest relationship to be in. So there was probably a lesson to be learned out of this relationship. And sometimes certain relationships do kick off, an ascension, causing you to go on a healing path, so to speak. I think at some point in everybody's life, they do encounter, at least one relationship that, and karmic can be good, a good learning lesson. It can also be, a hard, toxic lesson. But I want to say that regardless, whatever the situation was, is now taking you to a different level. Okay. So it's obviously a relationship that you were in that's made you realize something about yourself. Possibly made you realize this is, well, let me take it back. Whatever. Okay. Prime example. Say if you were in this relationship and you were not getting the emotional stability that you probably once didn't even think you were worried about. Like maybe, it just wasn't a thought to you. As long as you were with somebody, you got along with them, everything was fairly decent, it just didn't cause you to think about needing emotional fulfillment, right? And maybe being in this relationship, it triggered something in you where you weren't getting it, but then as time went on, you realized that is something you want, right? No different than when, say, for instance, okay, prime example for me. Here's another way to put it. When I bought, this is my third house I've owned, and this house, I didn't think of where the sun was rising and where the sun was setting. It just wasn't on my mind at the time. I was just ready to move and get out of my area. I had other things in mind that I was worried about, and it met those needs. But as time went on, I started to realize, oh my God, the sun rises in the front, but it sets in the back. That's where my deck is. That's where my grill is, So in the thick of the summer, it is so flippin' hot. I can never entertain on the deck, right? So my next home, that is a huge deal for me. I still have other things that are important to me, that were important to me when I moved here. So I'll never forget those. Those are just common, things that I know when I buy a house, that's what I want in my house. But now I've added something else to the list. And it also, it's, as you mature, you realize there are things that you like and don't like, things you'll put up with and things you won't put up with. So my next home has to be the sun setting in the front, not the back. So it's important to me, right? Among other things, but just to give you an example. So I'm thinking that there was something in the relationship that you were missing, and now with the ascension, you're getting more of a bird's eye view of the whole situation, right? You're not looking at it just what's in front of your face. You're stepping back and you're looking at the whole entire picture, right? Just like me when I bought this place, it was, I had right in front of my nose what I know I wanted when I came in here. I wanted hardwood floors. I wanted, granite countertops. There were certain things that I was focused on. It was right in front of my nose. I knew it. But I wasn't looking at the big picture of, oh, where's the sun set and rise? Oh, am I going to be sweating my freaking tail off as I'm trying to, grill out on my back deck? I can't enjoy it. So I now know that's important to me. So if somebody was missing emotions in their relationship, they now know that's what they want going into their next relationship, right? So somebody is stepping back and getting a whole bird's eye view. But I'm also, for a short view, somebody's is feeling spontaneous and wanting to show up to see somebody. So anyway, those are the two feelings I'm getting from that card. Okay. Now that I'm done rambling about houses and what's important when you buy, what's important, what's not important. So, but anyway, I have to say, relationship or no relationship, let's just face it, that shit's important too, right? You got to know what you're buying, right? Because if you're going to buy, you're going to be stuck for a little while. So, all right, let's try and pull some tarot. And let's see what we get on this. All right, Spirit, tell us more about Virgo in this situation here. Tell us more about Virgo. Oh, well, that's just way too many. But, yeah, no, that's too many. Clearly, Spirit wants to talk, though. Anxious to talk. Let's start that over. All right, Spirit, tell us. Okay, Oh. We've got the Devil in reverse. All right. So something is being released. All right. Confirmation. Something's being released. Tell us more about the Devil in reverse. Tell us more about the Devil in reverse. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Whatever is being released, and again, with the Devil in reverse, it could be many things, just to name off some. Somebody could, have a drug addiction, alcohol, sex addiction, could be thoughts, negative thoughts. The devil doesn't always have to be, most things that you'll hear from most tarot readers, about sex addiction, alcohol, gambling, doesn't have to necessarily be those, but it can also be a thought process. Because with the Seven of Wands, I'm getting the vibe of somebody. It's like their confidence, right? They struggle with confidence. Let's see if we can get more. I think I have a feeling on this, but let's just see here. Tell me more. The Emperor in reverse. So we had an Emperor in the reverse that was very domineering, stubborn, controlling, rigid. And I want to say that they're now more or less ego death. Let's just call it for what it is. The Emperor in reverse is egotistical, right? Up front, they can still be, stern, but they're more when they're right side up, there's respect, right? They are stable, good leadership, focused, but in the reverse, it's not good. It's a little bit out of control with the control, can abuse power. So yeah, I want to say that it's a little bit of an ego death that somebody's going through right now. That's Aries energy. We have Leo energy, and we have Capricorn energy. Okay. So, why was the Emperor in the reverse? Why is the Emperor in the reverse anyway? Why were they in the reverse? The Chariot, Cancer energy. The Chariot is movement. Moving in the right direction, because the Chariot, only an emperor and an empress can ride in a chariot. But if the Emperor is in the reverse, then clearly they were not making the right decisions with their movement of moving forward in a situation. So this Emperor wants to ride in the chariot. Tell me more. They want to make right decisions. Death in the reverse. Something is not over. Scorpio energy. Something is not over. They're holding on. They're trying to hold on and cause stagnation until they're able to be in a position to get in that chariot correctly. Who is surrounding Virgo? Who is surrounding Virgo? Tell us about this person. Did one flip? Or am I seeing things? Nope. Who is surrounding Virgo? Ace of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. Taurus energy. Earth energy. So basically, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So this person that's surrounding Virgo is viewed as abundant. It's a solid offer, but there's like they're abundant, but they're not being viewed with any emotion. It's almost like somebody you work with, somebody you have maybe, and not necessarily work, you know. I think when people sometimes, when readers say work, it can also mean somebody that's in your vicinity that deals with money or you know, like if you met somebody at a charity, right? It's still sort of a working event. It's not necessarily just tied to an actual workplace. Tell us more. King of Swords. Gemini. Taurus energy. So this person that's surrounding you, they're viewed as somebody who's abundant and is almost, it's like you almost view it as workable. You know, because they view they're viewed as honest. They try to be clear with you, provide clarity to you in how they speak, communicate. They try to remain honest and clear with you. What is the energy between these two? What is the energy between these two? Tower in reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So one of you, or both of you, has a fear of change. And the other one is overly emotional. Well, that's quite a pair right there, huh? Tell us more about the Tower in reverse. King of Cups in the reverse. Fear of change, moody. Tell us more about the Queen of Swords in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. There's distrust, broken communication. Oh boy. There's a lot going on here. I see where somebody wants to get to, but it's almost like, it's like in their mind, they kind of know where they want to be, but they don't know, they're fearful of putting that into action. So it's causing them to be moody because they know what they want. They're afraid of it. And because they're afraid of it and they know what they want and it's not happening, is causing them to be moody. Where the other person is becoming overly emotional about it. Because my guess is they know in their head what they want too. But there's distrust, and it's because of the broken communication. You know? If you don't talk to somebody and you don't tell them what's going on, I say this all the time. If you don't, if you're not able to be truthful and say what's on your mind, you're leaving that communication open to interpretation, right? Because if somebody doesn't know, they're automatically going to assume, and they always say, yeah, don't assume, it makes an ass out of me, you and me both. Yeah, you can say it all day long, but we're human beings, and there are times we are going to assume. And our assumptions, by not knowing, can cause us to make decisions that may or may not be right based on what we do know. And then the rest of it's left to interpretation, imagination. And it shouldn't be that way, because people are not mind readers. Some people can be pretty good about reading you and emotions, but they can't read everything about you, right? So that's where something's left up to interpretation. So, boy, whew. Yeah. I totally get the situation. I think we've all been there probably once or twice in our lives. Somebody not being able to talk. But at the same time, this person not being able to talk is frustrating them just as much, because they're afraid to talk. They're afraid to say, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. So, you got to get over that fear. But you know what? Let me take you to a quick story. There was, back in junior high, and I'm telling this quick story for a reason, and then we'll wrap it up because it's getting long. But prime example, when I was in junior high, there was this girl, I can't remember her name. She was so sweet. Oh my God, she was sweet as pie, and used to say sorry all the time. She was like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm like thinking to myself, oh, don't be sorry, And then she was like that for a year. She was just this sweet, docile girl that was just so sweet and so sorry for everything. She said sorry, I swear to God, it was probably, I don't know, 20 times a day. And then one day, I ran across her, and she just turned like a light bulb. She just flipped a switch. And she was like badass. You know what I mean? Like, she never said sorry. The sweet tone in her voice was just gone. And she was just like, here I am, and step out of my way, and just not sorry for anything. It was the craziest thing. And I almost feel like that's what would happen here. Whoever in this situation is afraid to talk and say what they like and don't like, what they want, what they don't want, just saying basically what's on their mind. I see that happening to this person, to where they get used to it. I don't know, maybe they come out and say something a couple of times, and then they just they realize how much better they feel just getting it off their chest. And then I see them not stopping, where they almost enjoy it. It's just getting to that point. And of course, you don't want to be overly, you don't want to be rude with things that you say. You still want to be careful how you communicate and say things, about what you like and don't like. But at the same time, you still want to be you, and not be afraid to say what's on your mind. Because let's face it, when you say what's on your mind, well, you might just get what you want, if you want it, right? It's like asking the universe, talking to the universe, manifesting. What do you want? Be clear in your communication. Risk. Somebody needs to take a risk. Open up. See that person jumping? They're like, F it. This is what I need to say. I don't like this. I like this. I want this. I don't want this. Risk. Take it. Take the risk and open up and say what you want. What else do we have? Comfort. Hell yeah. Get in the comfort zone. Take your risk. Get in the comfort zone. Get comfy with who you are, what you like and what you don't like. If you go to a restaurant, do you want somebody ordering for you? Suppose they order something you're not in the mood for that day. Is that what you want? Hell no. Show up. Tell them what you want. I don't want that. Take the risk. Do it. Don't sit back. Oh my God, it feels so much better to be you and say what you want. All right, I'm going to pull some final cards and I don't know. Let's just get details on this too. See if we can narrow it down for the collective. Spirit, give us some details so we can narrow this down for the collective. Yeah, so if something's not over in your mind, somebody's going to have to speak up. Could be dealing with a Cancer. We had that Chariot. Somebody drives a red vehicle. Cancer. What else do we have? Anything else? Shy. Get out of the shy. Get out of that. Who cares? Bust out. She. Oop. Sorry. Oh my God. On that note, yes, my dog does speak his mind. And he's not afraid. So he will let you know. All right. Anything else? Oh my goodness. Cat. Somebody has a cat, or they need to use their intuition, or they're very intuitive. Nice. All right, Virgo. That is what I have for you today. If anything resonates, hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. That helps the channel grow so I can continue to put out these free readings to the collective. All right. Much love and light, and I hope you or your person can take a risk to stand up for what they want, get what they want. Because let's face it, life is short. We don't have time to not be messing around with things that we don't want. All right. Much love and light. Talk to you soon.